Assalamualaikum and good day. In this video, I'm going to explain to you how to plot root locus using MATLAB. So let's say if you have example here, we have s plus 3 over s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 4. So this is actually the loop transfer functions. So we have this loop transfer function. What we can do is we can plot directly using the transfer function and plot the root locus using our locus. Let's say we have this s plus 3 and we can plot using two methods, either using TF function or we can use ZPK function. So if you have been given the a pole and 0 for the transfer function, you can actually use using ZPK function. So you can just call this function and it will give you the transfer function exactly as you have seen in the question. If, however, you have this kind of transfer function where you have the roots given in polynomial, you can use TF, or you can convert as well the roots that have been given to polynomial using poly function. So let's say we want to use TF, you just can run the numerator and denominator and then put it into the TF function, and what you get is you get the transfer function in polynomial forms. And we can run our locus using this function, and what we get is we get the root locus of the system, and we actually can limit the axis using axis function, where we define the axis limit negative x and x axis and y axis using this function, negative 6 2 and negative 6 6. So this is x axis, this is y axis, and we can put on the grid. So when you run this function, what will happen to the plot just now is we have grid on, and then we have limit the x-axis to negative 6 to 2, and the y-axis from negative 6 to negative 6 to 6. And what you can see the grid here is actually this rays here shows the zeta. So we have a zeta 0.12, 0.24, 0.36 until here is actually zeta equals to 1. Okay, so this is how you can plot the MATLAB. You can plot the root locus using MATLAB, and then you can click on the root locus, and then you can see the properties on the position, so such as the system name, the gain, the poles, the damping factor, the overshoot, as well as the frequency of oscillation at that position. So if you want to see, for example, here you put it on the j omega axis, you can see the overshoot of 100%, which actually at that position the damping factor should be 0. And you can see the crossing or the frequency of oscillation at the point is 1.6 radian per second, and K at the position is 9.84. So this is all the information that you can get from the root locus plot. So I hope you can try at home using MATLAB and learn how to plot MATLAB. If you have any problem, if you have any questions, please let me